Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and more especially, welcome to a new series I would like to call Reset Button. Well, because I've pressed the reset button in my life. You get it? It's fine. I'll get into that a bit later. I first want to catch up with you guys and show you what I've been up to, as it's norm at this point. I have a feeling this is the last time you'll be seeing me do some of these things and be in some of these places. Please note, I use the word some. Again, it will all make sense soon. But if I must give you a hint, your girl, me, I'm your girl. 'Tis I. We'll no longer be waiting for the lohua to smile at the end of each month, and some bills are going to be scraped off my to-do list temporarily. So before all these changes take effect and the reset configuration starts churning, I have decided to spoil myself. I deserve it. Yay! Really, I deserve. Also, the month of September has been one hell of a month. And the award for the worst month of 2024 goes to, drumroll please. Never did I ever imagine I would be burying a third grandparent this year. But God has been a faithful comforter through it all. The month ended on a sweet note though. My Dadesemi, for those who don't know, that's my father, turned a year younger on the 30th of September. Hooray! Huzzah! Before I start rambling on for the next 30 minutes, because I'm very capable, I've sent 30-minute long VNs to my friends, so that wouldn't be my first rodeo. Let me end this recap segment here. I hope you drank in some of the scenery because that could be the last time you see it.
Sometimes it's hard to tell you so. You may not be in the mood to learn what you think you know. There are times when I find you wanna keep yourself from me. When I don't have the strength, I'm just a mirror of what I see. You are love. You're a positive, motivating force within my life. If you ever feel the need to wonder why, let me know. Let me It's hard for me to understand. So many things have taken place before this love affair began. But if you feel more like I feel, confusion can give way to doubt. For there are times when I fall short of what I say. What I say I'm all about, all about. You are love. You're a positive, motivating force within my life. Should you ever feel the need to wonder why, let me know. Let me know.
Hey guys, so if you know me, you know that I have a software engineering with multimedia degree, which I would now finally like to put to good use. Okay, I've done the corporate thing for 2 years now, and it's not my thing. Sorry, it is really not my thing, particularly as a creative. All other creatives will understand where I am coming from. My little bone to pick with it is the inability or the constraint for the employee to exercise creative freedom. We want to go wild. We want to go buck wild with our brains, that is. I want to do PDD stuff here. Okay. We want to go crazy with our solutions. We want to go unorthodox with our solutions. We want to find innovative ways to bring about solutions. And the corporate world, it has its own structure, it has its own system, it has its own laws, and you have to stick by those laws, or else you get an NC. This leads me to a disclaimer. If you hopped onto this series thinking maybe you are going to see lines and lines of code with which you can steal, you can copy and add on to your own system, I know how you guys think. I've spent 4 years with you guys. I know exactly how you guys think. It's not that kind of show. It's not that kind of show. The aim here really is to document my life as I figure out this entrepreneurship route that I'm taking, which I think is something that most entrepreneurs don't do. We just see them blossoming and booming and getting the money and the tenders. We don't know how they did it. So I'm giving you a front row seat to how I'm gonna navigate it. And yeah, the aim really is not to sell my intellectual property. No, you're not going to see the back end. Nah, it's not that kind of show. If you want source code, go watch a tutorial. This show is not it. It ain't it. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Anyway, guys, I hope you do enjoy this docu-series. I would like to make a huge shout out to my 90 subscribers. I have been doing this for 7 to 8 months now, and when I started publishing content on my YouTube channel, I was scared. I was terrified. Absolutely terrified. Because I was like, who's gonna wanna watch me talk and do my normal things? Turns out 90 people enjoy watching me do all those things. And I know this doesn't encapsulate my whole viewership because I actually get more views than subscribers, which is why I'm like, guys, are we piffy? Do we have a kerfuffle? Do we have a squabble? Because you're viewing my content but you're not subscribing. It's confusing. It can confuse you. But thank you guys for the viewership. Tripping over my words. Thank you guys for the viewership regardless. It has been a very insightful journey for me. I'm only now learning how to exercise my multimedia muscle. In terms of curating my own content, this was really the first time I was exercising my multimedia expertise, multimedia muscle to figure out how to make digestible content for you guys. I'm still learning. As you will notice from this very episode and the last vlog that I posted, I'm doing some changes, some nice tweaks here and there in my editing and my shots. I'm learning. I'm learning as I go, and I hope you guys have picked that up. And really, more than anything, I want to use my platform to encourage you guys to pursue your passions, to not be afraid to learn, even on a public platform, to not be afraid to show that you're learning and, allow people to watch you grow as you learn. And if you're in your 20s and you don't have children and you don't have a spouse, really, this is your time to do shape shifting. This is your time, it is your time, which is really what I'm doing. I figured I don't have a kid, I don't have a spouse, I am doing something that I didn't really study in terms of my job, and I'm not really pursuing my passion. If there's ever a perfect time to do a furniture moving around, it is now. Honestly, this is the most convenient time because I don't have a pile of responsibilities. Really, I can just move about, and especially if you have parents that have the financial muscle to carry you as you do the transition, I don't see why you're waiting. And I don't see why you're waiting for when you're 40 years old and you realize you've been doing a job you don't like for the last 20 years. Mommy, they did. That's a lot of time wasted. But yeah, like I said, my aim here also is to encourage you guys to, take those steps and learn. Not be afraid to learn. Not be afraid to put yourself out there and do the most. And most importantly, rely on God. Me, I'm a God girly, I'm a Jesus girly. I will constantly be talking about God. I will constantly be talking about his contribution to my life. Not even contribution. The man made me. Okay? If anything, I'm the one who's contributing to his creation. So, yeah, guys, let me leave you to watch the rest of this episode, and I hope you guys do enjoy and you continue to subscribe and to like and to share and to comment. Talk to me, guys. I love seeing your comments. I love seeing your comments under my videos. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this docu-series. Now, I realize that I may have been a bit cryptic in my introduction about the route, or maybe like, how do I put this? Not just the route, but like the form or the shape that my life is taking since making this decision to, pursue entrepreneurship. Guys, I am moving back home. Okay? Now that I don't have a 9 to 5 and constant income and I'm starting my thing from the ground up, honey, I need to move back home because I cannot shoulder these bills. I mean, I can, but I don't intend to use my savings to shoulder these bills. I intend to use the money that I have to start my thing and start building my thing, start pushing my thing. So I'm moving back home. I think of all the things that I'm going to miss. It's the one thing I'm really gonna miss is my place. I am gonna miss this place so much. Like, I am gonna miss being here so much, but I realize that I also don't want to grow resentful of my space, and burden myself unnecessarily, because strategically it makes more sense to go incubate here so and find my footing, and then once I found my footing, move back out, because it's temporary. It's a temporary thing. So yeah, right now I'm cleaning the house. I'm also going to start packing my clothes. I have to be out of this place by the end of this month of October, so I need to start packing my clothes up. Who busy? I need to find a way to pack up everything in here and squeeze it in that small little suitcase. Yeah, and also I need to find boxes for my glasses, for my dishes, really, particularly my glasses. Last year in December, I bought 12 glasses, guys. 12 glasses. The other 2 are here. Yeah. I need to find boxes for my plates. I need to crack my brain and figure out how I'm gonna pack everything that's in here and take it back home. I need to find a truck that's gonna carry my bed home. Kuningi, guys. Like, who busy? Who busy? Not just my bed, my couch. The logistics of it all. But I'm not gonna lie, it has been a is it Malank? Yeah, Malankun. Wow, English isn't it? But it's been a melancholic and poignant couple of weeks for me. I had to say goodbye to a lot. I notified my supervisor and HR that, you know what, don't renew my contract. I was on a 2-year contract with the place I work at. This week is actually my last week there. So I notified them to please humbly not extend my contract. Goodbye, mosebetsing. I also had to tell my landlord that this is my last month here. Goodbye to my landlord. My granddad passes away. Like, it has been a couple of weeks of goodbyes. Like, it has been this week has been pulling on my heartstrings, I'm not gonna lie. It feels like a breakup on steroids. At least I break up or goodbye to one person. I said goodbye to a plethora of people, and it sucks. As much as I'm excited to start this new journey, and it wasn't nice really to say goodbye to my supervisor and HR and some of my colleagues. It wasn't nice, It wasn't nice, but it has to be done, my guy. Like, it's yes, there's a time for everything, so yeah. And it wasn't nice saying goodbye to my landlord as well. Ugh, man. But it's also in the goodbyes that you realize, you've made some impact on people's lives. Like, you've made an impression, a good impression. It was also it was a bittersweet feeling. It was a good feeling to know that I left a good impression on these people, And you're saying goodbye to my granddad rattled me because, first of all, this is a third grandparent I say goodbye to, but this one is different. It hit different because with my paternal grandparents, they had long-standing illnesses. So my grandmother had cancer, my granddad had dementia, and he had dementia. So I could see them drift away before they actually passed. So, like, you're already making peace. So, well, with my grandmother, she was way too young to have passed. And I honestly, the cancer had taken its course on her. And I was like, it is sad that we're here, but I'm seeing where we're going. And yeah, prepare yourself. With my granddad, he was old. He was 91. And my grandmother passed before my granddad. So when my grandmother passed, I was like, how is my granddad going to, how is he gonna live after this? Like, because they were two peas in a pod. Same thing with my maternal grandparents. My maternal grandparents were like this. So I had a good example of marriage, okay? My paternal grandparents, my maternal grandparents, my parents. Now, when I think of marriage, when I think of life partner, I think beautiful things. Beautiful Disney movie, Disney Channel things, because that's what I grew up to. That's what I grew up with. That's what I witnessed. So yeah, when my paternal grandmother passed, I was worried for my granddad. I was like, I don't know how he's gonna live. And those 8 years without my grandmother were painful. It was like just watching him. It was painful to witness him. And I want to believe that's what really contributed to his dementia. Like, because he started drifting. He just started drifting as well. So yeah, with them, I could see the process coming. But with my maternal granddad, I didn't see it coming. I did not see it coming. He had a lung infection, or like a lung irritation of sorts. So my maternal granddad, when I was in mining, he worked in mines in SA, gold mines. And I don't know about the protection they're given there. underground in terms of the gear and, ensuring that they don't inhale stuff. Clearly, my granddad inhaled stuff. So his lungs were, my mom says they were insulted. Hey, I'm not a medical practitioner, so I don't know. But they were, and he had a heave every time Hanabu. Next, I that heave. And it was one of, funny enough, it was one of the identifying attributes. Like I can hopper with the heave. So it's a bit endearing too. It's like, I'm gonna miss that voice, He used to talk a lot. So, the heat was evident, So he would go in and out of like clinics, not even hospital, clinics, to get like treatment, and then Utabashab after getting treatment. But this time, Charlie, like, that didn't happen. Like, it just kept getting worse and worse, and it happened so rapidly, even because he went to hospital, and then 2 days later he was discharged, and then 2 days later he's passed. So, like, it was rapid. Like, none of us were prepared for it. None of us were ready. None of us saw it coming. Like, it was just like, boom. So, yeah, these last few weeks have been so poignant for me, but I'm preparing for a new chapter in my life, The end of an era is the beginning of a new chapter. So I'm pretty excited in terms of like vocational route, vocational. I'm really excited to like discover what this route, this chapter in my life has for me, and I'm particularly also excited to be using my skills, guys. The way I geek, when I find some new software thing, how to figure out something. Even with my editing, with me exploring the multimedia field and figuring out software and how to tweak things, and I geek out. Like, I spend the rest of the day like, so nice. I'm just there like, oh my gosh, this exists, so I'm already excited. I'm a hard worker also, and my argument was like, why work hard for someone else when I can work hard for me and control my hours and have creative freedom and control the result, the solution, the process? Why can't I just do that? And if there was ever an excellent time to learn how to do that, push myself to that, it is in my 20s, when I am unmarried and I don't have children, I don't have responsibilities. This is the time to go wild. So for the next few weeks, that's actually 2 weeks really, we'll be living off of this suitcase. So all the clothes I know I definitely will not be wearing for the next 2 weeks are going in the suitcase, and the ones that I know I will be wearing might go back into my closet, or I might pack them nicely on top of the clothes I know that I won't be using. So it's just to make life easy for me when I actually do move out, and it helps me. If you know me, you know I pre-pack. I pack way ahead of time so that I don't forget stuff or I'm not overwhelmed. Because I can work under pressure, I just don't like it. I think it's unnecessary. Why must I? What was I doing this entire time? So yeah, I hate procrastinating. Not that I haven't procrastinated in my life, I just hate, doing it. So if I can avoid it, I will. And that's what I'm doing right now. And just continue packing.
of affair began. What if you feel more like I feel? Confusion can't give way to doubt. For there are times when I fall short. What I say I'm all about, all about.
Today's packing done. I still have loads more to do, but at least I got some. Explain to me how I just found out the garden here is communal. Right as I'm about to exit the premises. Why? There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to uproot. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to tear down and a time to build. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to scatter stones and a time to gather them. A time to embrace and a time to refrain. A time to search and a time to give up. A time to keep and a time to throw away. A time to tear and a time to mend. A time to be silent and a time to speak. A time to love and a time to hate. A time for war and a time for peace. So I just took a shower. I'm about to head out to do some errands. I have packed up everything, as you can see. The cupboards are empty. Like, it's real, guys. Like, your girl is moving back home. So I'm about to do some errands. Get some breakfast because I don't have food here. And then come back here and wait for the moving truck to come pick up my stuff. And yeah, guys, I'm moving back home. I'm gonna miss this place so much. I'm gonna miss this place, the memories made, like the whole thing. Got okay, we move, guys. So yeah, let's go to town.